I expected to see a few monuments. I didn't know I would be seeing all the monuments and going and seeing a play and meeting all these people. I didn't know what I was going to see.
It was an experience I just can't really describe in words. It was a week of fun and getting to know people and getting to meet people all around the country.
I saw things that I never thought I'd have the chance to see, like the Lincoln Memorial. I never thought I'd be there, and when I walked up those steps and I saw that for the first time, it was just amazing, a great feeling.
The Washington, D.C. National Rural Electric Youth Tour, sponsored by West Florida Electric Cooperative, the Florida Electric Cooperatives Association, and the National Rural Electric Cooperative Association, is part of a grassroots program to educate high school juniors and seniors on the Electric Cooperative program and the cooperative ideas for which it stands. Around 30 students from Florida traveled to Washington, D.C. for the week-long tour, joining about 1,600 students from 43 states across the nation. The tour is jam-packed with fun-filled activities and visits to America's most popular and historic places. Stops along the way include the U.S. Capitol, the Korean and Vietnam Memorials, Arlington Cemetery, the Lincoln Memorial, and the Smithsonian, among countless other museums and areas of interest.
I pictured something totally different in my mind, and when I got there, it was only better than I could have imagined.
I mean, we went from very early in the morning till very late at night, but it didn't get old. We wanted to keep going and keep going.
From the time I walked off the plane until when I got back on it, I was just blown away by the many people that I met and the activities that they had laid out for us. I enjoyed hanging out with my new friends and enjoyed going to the Martin Luther King Monument. I've always wanted to see that.
A special event during the tour is the Rural Electric Youth Day, where students hear from prominent speakers and take part in a town hall meeting. Perhaps the most significant part of the tour is the students' opportunity to meet with their U.S. senators and representatives. The future leaders of tomorrow have the chance to chat with our leaders of today.
We sat there and talked for 30 minutes. They talked to us about things and answered questions.
We learned a lot of things that I wasn't really expecting to learn.
Although the Youth Tour experience is filled with fun activities, the overall purpose of the program is to increase students' understanding of the value of rural electrification, become more familiar with the historical and political environment of the nation's capital through visits to monuments, government buildings, and cooperative organizations, and visit elected officials in order to increase students' knowledge of how the federal government works.
The Youth Tour is an amazing opportunity to learn about leadership and also to learn about our country and basically how the government works in our country.
We were taught a lot about the way that our co-op works, how our power gets to us, how it's supplied to us, and where it comes from.
I had a picture in my mind kind of what it was going to be like, and then it was completely different, and it was so much better than I thought it was going to be.
The Washington Youth Tour is a terrific experience. Only a lucky few take the trip each year, and those that do say they wouldn't miss it for the world.
It's the chance of a lifetime. I made memories that I will never forget. It was probably the best gift I've ever received.
The Washington, D.C. Youth Tour, a memory that lasts a lifetime. Looks like fun, doesn't it?
I met a lot of new friends. We had a great time hanging out with each other.
All of the students who participate in the local competitions are invited to travel to Tallahassee, where they join more than 100 other high school juniors representing electric cooperatives all over the state of Florida. There, these students have the opportunity to take part in several different activities, such as participating in a mock legislative session, visiting the Challenger Learning Center, witnessing Supreme Court cases, or participating in a mock trial, and a trip to the Fun Station.
Some of the friends that I talk to more often are the ones that I met in the Tallahassee program.
We went to see a Supreme Court case, which was really something interesting and something that I would actually like to do again. We went to the Capitol and we learned about Florida's Senate and our representatives.
We went to the Fun Zone playground area and we had a ball. We went to several different places.
As you can see, this is a great opportunity and a great experience. The purpose of the Florida Youth Tour and the National Rural Electric Youth Tour is simple. Students develop a greater understanding about their electric cooperative and its leadership role in their community.
I really didn't know there were so many different co-ops around, like the U.S. or just the state of Florida. I really thought it was just the one that my family used.
whole thing has taught me a lot about where our power comes from and how our co-op is different from a regular company which simply supplies its customers with power. The co-op does more to give back to its customers, and it's more of a partnership than it is an owner-customer type thing.
I didn't know that the co-op was actually owned by the members also. I thought that it was just like any other business.
The event also allows delegates to make new friends from across the state, friends that share their pride in their local communities. This is a unique opportunity to educate you, the leaders of tomorrow, about electric cooperative ideas and the workings of state government.
I loved going and seeing Florida and our capital.
In Tallahassee, we did a mock legislative session. We actually got to sit in their chairs and propose bills and debate and do all the things that really happens in the legislature every day, and that was really awesome.
Become a part of the experience. Participate in the Florida Youth Tour program.
I've always lived in the same little small town. I've had the same friends all my life, but going out, I met so many people, and I still keep in touch with these people.
I'd never done anything where I went on a trip anywhere. I never really left my house other than spend the night with friends, so I figured, you know, it would be a good opportunity.
I broadened my horizons.
My Facebook exploded.
I went to a different place that I'd never been before.
I would pick it over anything else I've ever done. It was amazing.
I would definitely tell another student that it is an experience that is worthwhile and you should definitely take advantage of it.
I would do the youth tour as many times as they'd let me do it.
The city's so beautiful, the architecture is beautiful, all the landmarks and monuments. I mean, it's kind of unreal to see it in real life. I got my co-op's newsletter the other day, and I saw the application for this year's youth tour, and I told my dad, I said, oh, I wish I could go back again. It was so much fun.